Hey, and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show. Again, we are killing it. We need to get up to 100,000 subscribers, so subscribe today. All right, everybody's talking about President Joe Biden has to step down, that he's having all sorts of cognitive issues going on here. Now, I want to first show you, again, the clip of Donald Trump talking about Joe Biden.
You gave me so much. How did I do with the debate the other night?
Oh, amazing.
He kicked that old broken down pile of crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic.
It's so amazing.
It's just so fucking bad. So
I just can't imagine.
But can you imagine that guy with dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man.
Right.
A very tough guy, and they see him. They probably he can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah, that's amazing.
You just keep knocking him out, right?
That's it.
Made up, a lie. It's what Donald does best. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Whatever comes out of Donald Trump's mouth, you really have to listen to it not once but twice, because Donald Trump lies the way that you breathe. All right. On top of that, Joe Biden's not stepping out of the race. Donald Trump didn't push him out of the race, and certainly he's far from broken down. Look, with all due respect to Donald, he's sitting in a golf cart and he's still out of breath. So look, this is what they do. They come up with a lie, and then what happens? The next person then steps up. It's like what they did to me. They go ahead and then they bring in the next guy, the next and the next, and they all start to say the exact same thing. It's all part of the Trump playbook. Don Jr., of course, follows his dad's suit and then goes ahead and makes a similar false statement about Joe Biden. Let's play the clip and I'll react to that one too.
This week, Biden says he's not going anywhere. Now, I don't know if I believe that. I've heard from a couple, people that are insiders, let's call it the big money lobbyist types, that, he's gonna resign on, or he's out on Friday. I don't know if that's accurate or not. We'll find out soon enough. So we'll see.
Yeah, I heard it from the insiders because everybody takes my calls when I'm Don Jr.
Could you imagine that this kid thinks that he's got the inside track into the Biden camp? Really? Hi, this is Donald Trump Jr. Can you tell me what's going on? Oh, so I hear that Joe Biden's going to resign on Friday, right? This is part of the game plan. What they do is they constantly put out this misinformation, this disinformation, this malinformation. It is a campaign. It's a campaign to sow this inaccurate innuendo for the sole purpose of getting more people to talk about it in order to get the newspapers to start writing more about it. And they think that it's going to affect anything. Now, the funny thing is, you see all now of these Democrats. Some are still in the camp that Joe Biden should resign because of a poor debate. Forgetting about the fact that nobody's talking about whether Donald Trump should resign for lying about every single thing in the debate altogether. But you never hear anybody turning around and talking about, for example, Mitch McConnell. Why is it, and I talked about this with Ben on Political Beatdown the other day, why is it that nobody has called for Mitch McConnell to resign? Because Mitch McConnell clearly has some sort of a cognitive defect. He has some sort of neurological impairment that's going on that causes him to freeze. Now, I don't wish bad upon him. I want to be clear about that. I don't wish bad on anybody. But if you're calling for Joe Biden, who right now is overseas and discussing Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, the entire world problems with a whole bunch of world leaders, right? And he's doing it successfully. And they're loving Joe Biden. They're really loving this guy. It's the NATO summit. To ask him to step down when, other than having a poor debate, and we will all acknowledge it was a poor debate, and nobody's asking Mitch McConnell, who actually in front of the cameras, in front of the American people, in front of the world, many times now, had this neurological glitch, this freeze. Let's take it to the video, and then I'm going to explain more.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Penny.
okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
Sure, please speak up because he didn't hear the question. Right? Let's just be fair. Let's also be compassionate. I mean, we all get older. We all have grandparents. We all have parents who become grandparents to our children or great grandparents, if you're fortunate, God willing. This is a very sad moment when you see somebody like Senator Mitch McConnell, and I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. I don't care. I don't care what party affiliation you are. You see somebody standing up there, and they get into that mental glitch, and they feel like that. This is not a joke. This is somebody who is at pretty much close to the highest level of power of America's government, and this is a guy who's standing there completely frozen, because there is a neurological issue going on. But not one Republican, not one Democrat called for this man to resign. Not one. And so I find it so hypocritical that after just a shit debate, and Joe Biden has never been known to be a good debate. Even when Joe Biden was Joe Biden at his best, when he was in his 30s and 40s and 50s, he was still a terrible debater. It's not him. It's not him. He's actually a decent man. But I'll tell you who thinks he's decent. Every one of the leaders in NATO, every single one of them truly appreciates Joe Biden. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. Now, what I also want to just bring up is there was something really great. There was a guy by the name of Lanny, who is a UK foreign secretary. And he turned around and he literally called Trump in the past a woman-hating, neo-Nazi, sympathizing sociopath. Really? So when you are going to be in that voting booth and you have to make a determination, one, is Joe Biden equally as neurologically impaired as Mitch McConnell that he should step away? The answer, of course, is no. All right. Is Joe Biden a person who is empathetic, who is respected around the world by the world leaders? Remember, this is a global world. Our economy is a global economy. You just cannot become an isolated country, a nationalistic state. We don't produce enough of our own goods within which to even be remotely close to that. So when you're sitting there in that voting booth and you're saying, am I going to go for a guy who's pretty much despised by all of the world leaders except for, let's see, Kim Jong-un because they write love letters, Vladimir Putin because, they're writing love letters too. Oh, shit. Now don't make Xi Jinping all nervous and upset because they're writing love letters to one another as well. So you got Kim Jong-un, you got Xi Jinping, you have Mohammed bin Salman, right? I mean, you're talking about all of the folks that are currently not our adversaries. They are our adversaries. They are not our allies. So all the allies, like Joe Biden, all our adversaries welcome Donald Trump. Who are you going to vote for? The answer is clear. Biden-Harris 2024. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.